The last time ECA and Triton met, it was a nail-biter that went down right to the wire back at Elkhart Christian Academy. But tonight, these two teams will meet again, this time at Triton with the season on the line. It's sectional time, it's win or go home. Eagles, Trojans, coming up next on 88.1 WVPE HD3. Live from Triton High School in Bourbon, Indiana, this is Eagles basketball on 88.1 WVPE HD3. My name is Nathan Ganger. It's my pleasure to have you with me for this sectional rematch between ECA and Triton. The Eagles are on a 4-game losing streak. These two teams last met on February 18th. Triton won that game 55-48. It was close all the way through the fourth quarter until Triton outscored the Eagles 21-14. Starting lineups for the Eagles: Joe Daiga, Charlie Maxwell, Jackson Clark, Luke Burns, and Bryce Corson. Starting lineups for the Trojans: Ty Orson, Jared Brules, Drew Hepler, Ashton Oviedo, and Tyler Heckerman. The opening tip is controlled by Oviedo and the Trojans. Hepler, top of the key, dribbling to his right. Now over to Oviedo, guarded by Clark on the right arc. Oviedo attacking to his right, picks up his dribble, floats it over to Beals. Up top to Hepler, between the circles. Hepler still holding on to the ball. He was in a bit of a matchup man zone. Hepler hands off to Orson. Orson top of the key. Over to Hepler. Hepler over to Heckerman. Heckerman in the short corner. Back out to Hepler. Cross-court pass over to Beals. He lines up a corner three, and he hits it. Triton leads 3-0. 7 minutes, 15 seconds left in the opening quarter. Corson over to Maxwell, top of the key. Maxwell over to Luke Burns, far arc. He lines up a corner three, and it spins around, no good. Offensive rebound, Jackson Clark. Hit put back is blocked by Westifer. Corson has the ball over to Maxwell, top of the key. Maxwell attacking to his right, pulls back his dribble. Still dribbling, passes over to Daiga, far wing. Over to Corson, far corner, into the block as Luke Burns. Ball goes out of bounds, off the hands of Luke Burns apparently. Ball goes to the Trojans. It did not look like it went off of Luke Burns, but the refs are saying that it did. 3-0 is the score. 6 minutes, 47 seconds left in the opening quarter. Eagles in a bit of a pressure. Oviedo, near corner, passes it over to Beals. Beals double teamed crosses midcourt, picks up his dribble, gives up to Oviedo, top of the key, guarded by Clark, over to Orson. Orson had 12 points in the last game against the Eagles. Top of the key is Hepler. Back to Orson, left to top of the key. Orson, back over to Hepler. Hepler, over to West Heckerman. On the Beals lines up a wing three, he hits it. Triton leads 6-0, not a good start for the Eagles. 6-0 deficit, 6 minutes left in the opening quarter. Corson, between the circles, guarded very tightly by Beals. Picks off to Clark, his wing three short. Rebounded by Orson, and he defers to Hepler. Hepler, Carson midcourt drive over to Orson. Orson, between the circles. Nobody picks him up. Daiga finally picks him up. Hands it off to Hepler on the left arc, guarded by Maxwell. Now between left to top the key. Ball deflected by Jackson Clark, out of bounds, stays with the Trojans. Checking in for the Eagles is Des Wilkins, and checking out is Jackson Clark. Clark had 7 points in the last game against Triton. Leading scorers in that game: Corson had 18, Joe had 8, and Clark had 7. Leading scorers for Triton: Oviedo had 18, Westifer had 14, and Orson had 12. Oviedo over to Heckerman. Heckerman to Orson. Top of the key is Hepler, attacking to his left, picks up his dribble. Into the high post is Heckerman. Heckerman loses the ball, gets it back, loses it again. Wilkins falls on the floor. When a foul is called. Waiting to see who that's on. It's on Tyler Heckerman. Team's first, his first of the game. Eagles gain possession, down 6-0. 5 minutes, 17 seconds left in the opening quarter. Maxwell over to Daiga, near arc. Daiga over to Luke Burns, near corner. Back to Daiga. Ball goes through his hands, gets it back. Luke Burns, near wing. Joe into his left. Off to Corson. Corson guarded very tightly by Buells. Daiga on the arc. Passes it to Maxwell between the circles. Maxwell behind his back between his legs. Now over to Corson near corner. Corson between his legs, attacking baseline. Shoots the pull-up jumper off the back iron, no good. Offensive rebounded by Buells. And Hepler will bring the ball up for Triton. Wide Oviedo attacking to the paint. His layup is no good. Blocking foul against the Eagles. It's against Dennis Wilkins. His first, team's first. Eagles down 6-0, 4:35 left in the opening quarter. Well, at the free throw line is Ashton Oviedo, the 5'9" freshman. Oviedo is very impressive in the last game at ECA. He had 18 points to lead Triton. Oviedo makes the first free throw. Eagles trail 7-0, 4:35. Eagles got to get it together and get it together quickly. They're on the road. Sectional, big time game, big time environment. You gotta come through in these kind of situations. And Oviedo makes both free throws. They lead 8-0 over ECA. Corson right side over to Luke Burns. Burns over to Daiga far corner. Daiga guarded by Heckerman over to Wilkins. Over to Burns on the right arc. Burns, Corson attacking to his left, picks up a dribble over to Maxwell. Maxwell hand off to Luke Burns right arc over to Daiga attacking baseline. Blocking foul going against Tyler Heckerman. That's his second foul of the game, and he will check out for Triton. Checking in and taking his place is Keegan Westifer. Westifer had 14 points in the last matchup for Triton. Inbounding the ball is Charlie Maxwell. Maxwell over to Corson. Ball goes through his hands, out of bounds. That's now 2 turnovers for the Eagles. Both teams had 14 turnovers in their last matchup. And the Eagles still have to score. They're down 8-0. 4 minutes left in the opening quarter. As Orson loses the ball. Ball picked up by Hepler. Over to Buells. Wide open is Oviedo. His wing 3 is perfect. Triton leads 11-0. You cannot ask for a worse start for the Eagles. They're down 11-0. 3:57 left. Timeout called by Coach Hibbert and the Eagles. Eagles got to get it together. Well, the Eagles have a lot of work to do. They're down 11-0. 3 minutes, 57 seconds left in the opening quarter. Leading scores for Triton, Oviedo has 5. Hepler and Buells each have 3. Nobody has scored for the Eagles. Corson will bring the ball up for the Eagles across the midcourt stripe over to Maxwell, right arc. Maxwell, jab steps, over to Daiga, over to Luke Burns, far arc. Attacking to his right. At the free throw line, pull-up jumper spins around, no good. Rebound Daiga, his putback is no good. Rebound Luke Burns, his putback is good. And the Eagles are finally on the board. They trail 11-2, 3:35 left in the opening quarter. Hepler hand off to Oviedo. Top of the key is Orson. Orson double teamed by Corson and Wilkins. Splits the double team out to Oviedo. Oviedo over to Hepler. Hepler right top of the key. Oh, wide open is Oviedo. His 3's on the way. Spins around, no good. Eagles got lucky on that possession. You cannot leave their best shooter wide open, but they dodge a bullet. Corson turns the ball over. Here comes Orson. Over to Oviedo. His layup's no good. Rebound Bryce Corson. A wild shot by Oviedo. Eagles got lucky again on that possession. Corson midcourt stripe. Over to Maxwell, right arc. Maxwell guarded by Hepler. Top of the key is Daiga. Over to Luke Burns, far arc. Luke Burns rejects the screen. Attacking to his left. Kicks out to Wilkins. Wilkins' 3 is on the way. And it's good! Eagles have showed some life. They trail 11-5. 2 minutes, 45 seconds left in the opening quarter. Corson midcourt stripe is Hepler. Hepler left top of the key. Double team. Westifer over to Oviedo. Wide open is Buells. His 3 is good. Triton leads 14-5. 2 minutes, 30 seconds left in the first. Maxwell, top of the key. Maxwell still not dribbling. Dribbling to his left. Passes over to Luke Burns, left top of the key. Luke Burns between the circles. Fouled by Ty Orson on the dribble. That's his first. Team's 3rd of the game. Checking in for Triton is Tyson Yates and Quentin Amston. 14-5, Eagles trail by 9, 2 minutes, 14 seconds left in the opening quarter. Corson between the circles. Corson over to Maxwell. Maxwell top the key, guard by Yates. Over to Wilkins. Wilkins high post is Daiga. Daiga over to Corson. His wing three. Too strong. Rebounded by Amsden. Amsden over to Yates. Yates front court right side over to Oviedo. Far arc. Attacking to his left. Out to Orson. Orson left arc. Over to Amsden. Amsden back over to Oviedo, guarded by Wilkins. Top the key is Yates, guarded by Corson. Yates over to Amsden. Amsden guarded by Maxwell, right at the top of the key. Amsden attacking to his left, picks up his dribble, travels, and that is now 2 turnovers for Triton. They still have a 9-point lead, 14-5. A minute and 36 seconds remaining in the opening quarter. Corson has been the Eagles' primary ball handler tonight. Typically, those duties go over to check Charlie and Maxwell, but tonight it has been Corson. Wilkins overlook Burns, right arc. Burns attacking to his left, pulls back his dribble. Burns back over to Wilkins. Wilkins left arc, guarded by Oviedo. Top the key is Corson. Corson directing traffic, hands it off to Maxwell. Maxwell guarded by Yates between the circles. Maxwell behind his back. Maxwell over to Wilkins. Wilkins left arc. Daiga attacking to his right. Right-handed hook shot is too strong. Rebounded by Westifer, and he defers to Tyson Yates. Triton has played very impressive defense as Oviedo passes to a wide-open Amsden. His three is too strong. Rebound Des Wilkins. 45 seconds remain in the opening quarter. Ball goes out of bounds, and it goes to the Eagles. Checking back into the game for the Eagles is Jackson Clark, and leaving the game is Des Wilkins. Checking in is Wheels, and leaving the game is Ty Orson. 42 seconds left in the opening quarter. Eagles have only scored 5 points, allowing 14. They're down 9. Maxwell over to Clark. High post is Daiga. Cut off the screen from Burns. Over to Corson in the corner. His three is too strong. Ball goes nearly out of bounds, saved by Yates. And now Yates will get the ball back from Amsden and crosses the midcourt stripe. Yates. Dribble handoff to Oviedo. Oviedo guarded very tightly by Clark. Over to Yates, right arc. Top of the key is Amsden. Amsden handoff to Buell. Buell guarded by Corson. Hand to Oviedo. Oviedo in the paint. In the paint. A foul called traveling. That's 3 turnovers for Triton. Each team has 3 turnovers in the first quarter. 1.9 seconds remaining in the quarter. Maxwell inbounds the ball. Full court heave. Short. That will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Eagles trail 14-5. They're down by 9. They've got a lot of work to do. Beginning of the second quarter here at Triton, the Trojans lead the Eagles 14-5. Leading scorers in that first quarter for the Trojans: Jared Bills had 6, Ashton Oviedo had 5, and Buell Hepler had 3. In the first game, South Central beat South Vancouver Academy 37-36. The winner of this game will play South Central Friday night at 8 p.m. Maxwell, his lap is blocked, but a foul is called against Ty Orson. That's his second foul of the game. Foul number 10, Orson. Still 14-5, 7 minutes, 51 seconds left in the second quarter. At the free throw line for 2 shots is Charlie Maxwell. First free throw is bricked off the back iron, no good. Score remains 14-5. Talked to Bryce Corson pregame. He said the Eagles have a few new tricks up their sleeves tonight, 3 new offensive sets as Maxwell misses both free throws. Ball saved right to Daiga. He lays it in. The Eagles get lucky. They trail 14-7. Eagles have a few new offensive sets and a new defense that will come out later tonight. I'll talk more about that new defense as the game goes on. Top the key is Orson. Orson over to Hepler. Hepler spinning in the lane, kicks it out to Buell. Right open is Westifer. His 3, too strong. Rebound Bryce Corson. He pushes the ball ahead in transition up to Clark. Clark back to Corson. Left to the top of the key. Corson over to Maxwell. Maxwell on the right arc. Not a lot of movement. Top of the key is Daiga. Loses the ball, but right to Luke Burns. Left arc, coming off a screen from Daiga. Burns picks up a dribble out to Corson. Dribbling to his left. Out to Luke Burns. Top of the key. Luke Burns. Burns fouled, I believe, by Jared Wills. That's his first. Team's 5th foul of the game.
Substitution for the Trojans. Number 32, over Triton.
14-7 is the score. 6 minutes, 55 seconds left in the first half. Maxwell between the circles. Maxwell over to Clark, far arc, guarded by Oviedo. Top of the key is Daiga, coming off a screen from Burns, over to Corson. Corson, right arc, over to Burns between the circles. Burns, guarded by Rickman. Over to Maxwell. Maxwell, attacking to his right, picks up a dribble, kicks out to Clark. Clark, top of the key is Luke Burns. Burns over to Daiga, near arc. Daiga, attacking to his right, floater from the corner is too strong. Rebound, Luke Burns, his putback's blocked. Fight for the ball, controlled by Triton. They call a timeout. They have a 7-point lead, 14-7, 6 minutes, 21 seconds left in the half. 6 minutes and 21 seconds remain in the first half. The Eagles trail Triton 14-7. Eagles have not shot the ball very well in this game. Only 3 Eagles have scored. That's Daiga, Wilkins, and Burns. Westifer, left arc. Hype in the post is Rickman. Rickman guarded by Daiga, kicks it out to Hepler. His top of the key 3 is perfect. Triton leads by 10, 17-7. Not a good first half for the Eagles. Coach Hayward showing some frustration on the sideline with his defense. We'll see when the Eagles bring out that new defense, which is a 1-3-1 trap, as a foul called against Triton. We'll wait to see who the call is on. The foul is on Lucas Rickman. That's his first, team's 6th foul of the first half. Maxwell inbound the ball from the baseline over to Clark. Clark crosses the midcourt stripe. Hands off to Luke Burns. Over to Daiga, far arc. Carson, far corner. Back to Daiga. Daiga, top of the key is Clark. Over to Maxwell. Into the post is Carson. His turnout jump shot's no good. Rebound Luke Burns. Ball goes off the side of the backboard, out of bounds, and it goes to Triton. Eagles now have 4 turnovers on the night, and they trail by 10, 17-7. Crossing the midcourt stripe, guarded by Maxwell is Hepler. He comes off a screen. Far corner is Beals. Beals guarded by Corson, attacking to his left, picks up a shoulder. Top of the key is Westifer. Westifer, layup blocked by Burns. Burns bring the ball up on the left side. Burns now in the corner, fouled by Lucas Rickman. That's his 2nd foul of the game. Triton now has 7 fouls in the first half. Checking in for the first time is Bryce Schrock. Leaving the game is Charlie Maxwell. Also about to check in is Noah Hunt. And I will assume that Luke Burns will take a seat. Well, actually, Joe Daiga will take a seat as Noah Hunt takes his place. It's been a quiet night for Joe Daiga. He only has 2 points and 1 rebound. At the free throw line for a 1-and-1 is Luke Burns. Burns struggled, especially in the 4th quarter in the last game at ECA against Triton. Took a lot of contested shots. As a lane violation is called against the Eagles, I believe it's against Noah Hunt. The free throw is no good anyway, but still one of those sloppy mistakes that you want to see cleaned up. Hepler crossing the midline. Right at the top of the key is Amston. Ball goes out of bounds, goes to the Eagles. That's now 4 turnovers on the night for Triton, but they still have a 10-point lead, 17-7, 5 minutes left in the first half. Corson between the rings over to Clark. Wide open corner 3. His 3 is good. Eagles trail by 7, 17-10. 4 minutes, 45 seconds left in the first half. Oviedo high post, kicks out to Hepler. Hepler left arc. Hepler dribbling to his right, now between the circles. Right block, layup is no good, off the glass. Rebound Noah Hunt. Here comes Bryce Corson. Corson over to Luke Burns. Clark, far corner. Luke Burns, Corson, Schrock, over Luke Burns, top of the key. His three's on the way. Too strong. Rebound tipped out to Luke Burns. Luke Burns in the lane. Ball goes out of bounds to the Eagles. A little too aggressive by Luke Burns. That's 5 turnovers on the night for the Eagles. Luke Burns had some options. He didn't decide to kick it out to the shooters, and he turns it over. Eagles trail by 7, 17-10. Left to the top of the key is Hepler. Hands it off to Amston. Amston over to Buell. Buell back to Hepler. Right arc. Hepler guarded by Schrock. Schrock zooming to his left. Buell guarded by Corson. Left arc. Going to his right. Kicks out to Hepler. Hepler floater in the lane. Bounces around. Goes in. Triton leads by 9, 19-10. 3 minutes 40 seconds left in the first half. Burns, top of the key, over to Noah Hunt. Hunt, guarded by Westifer. Clark, right arc. Goes left, now back to his right. Hands it off to Luke Burns. Burns, top of the key. Burns, guarded by Buells. Picks up his dribble, pull-up jumper from the elbow, spins around, no good. Rebound, Jackson Clark, his putback is good. Eagles trail by 7, 19-12. 3 minutes, 12 seconds left in the first half. Hepler hands off to Oviedo. Amston over to Buells. Ball goes out of bounds, goes to the Eagles. That's 5 turnovers for Triton. Eagles got to use this momentum that's going in the direction in a positive way. They trail by 7. 3 minutes, 4 seconds left. 19-12. Current 5 for the Eagles: Charlie Maxwell, Bryce Schrock, Joe Dyga, Jackson Clark, and Noah Hunt. Bringing the ball up across the midcourt stripe is Charlie Maxwell. Triton still in a man-to-man, has been in that the whole game. Offensive foul, I believe, going against Bryce Schrock, but right for the official call. It is against Bryce Schrock. That's his first, but it's only the team's second foul of the game. Eagles have been very good in not fouling. They've just been sloppy in all areas of this game. Hepler, top of the key, high post. Is Heckman. Back to Hepler. His three's too strong. Ball goes over the top of the backboard, out of bounds, and it goes to the Eagles. Checking back in for the Eagles is Des Wilkins. Checking out is Noah Hunt. Checking back in for the Eagles is Luke Burns, and also leaving is Bryce Schrock. It's now the current 5 for the Eagles: Jackson Clark, Charlie Maxwell, Joe Dyga, Des Wilkins, and Luke Burns. Maxwell at the volleyball line. Over to Dyga. His far corner 3, too strong. Offensive rebound, Clark off the foot of Yates, and it stays with the Eagles. Nice hustle by Jackson Clark to save that ball from going out of bounds and keep possession for the Eagles. Burns inbound the ball, top of the key is Maxwell. Maxwell between his legs, back to his right, floater, blocks. Maxwell gets the ball back to Luke Burns. His 3, no good. Rebounded by Keegan Westifer, and here comes Tyson Yates in transition. Hepler, top of the key, guarded by Maxwell. Hepler coming back to his right, picks up his dribble, gives it up to Buells. Buells guarded by Wilkins. Dribbling to his left, picks up his dribble. Top of the key, high post is Heckman. Passes it into Hepler. His layup's good. A little high-low action. Hepler cut backdoor. He got the ball from Heckman, and he lays it in. Eagles trail by 9, 21-12. A minute 45 left in the half. Dyga attacking baseline. Out to Maxwell. Top of the key is Wilkins. He lines up a 3. Too strong. Ball goes out of bounds off of Tyson Yates, and it stays with the Eagles. Checking back in for the Eagles is Bryce Corson. He's been very quiet tonight. Triton has played very good defense on him. Corson had 18 points in the first matchup back at ECA. They've been very tight on their closeouts, very quick on their closeouts, and they have not let Corson get any open shots in this first half. Maxwell slaps the ball. Looking to inbound it, gets Luke Burns, short corner, back to Maxwell, in the post. Behind the back pass, stupid pass by Maxwell, 5 for the ball. Corson shoots a wing three. That's short. Ball goes over the top of the backboard, out of bounds. Ball goes to Triton. They lead by 9, 21-12. A minute 23 left in the first half. Hepler bring the ball up across the midcourt stripe, guarded by Maxwell. Far corners Oviedo. Back to Heckman. Heckman guarded by Dyga. Over to Westifer. Westifer over to Hepler. Hepler left arc. Ball goes off the foot of Maxwell. Maxwell pushed ahead on the right side. Passes to Wilkins. His left-handed layup is good. Eagles trail by 7. 21-14. 55 seconds left in the first half. Westifer, top the key, guarded by Luke Burns. Hands it off to Hepler. Hepler, left to the top of the key. 45 seconds left in the half. Going back goes Oviedo, doesn't get the ball. Hepler, top of the key is Buells. Heckman, over to Westifer, left arc. Hepler, left arc guarded by Maxwell. 30 seconds left in the first half. Hepler dribbling to his left. Now back to his right. Hepler between the circles. 22 seconds left in the half. Hepler, still guarded by Maxwell, picks up his dribble. High post nearly stolen by Luke Burns. Keegan Westifer is fouled by Joe Dyga. That's his first, team's third. And at the free throw line is Keegan Westifer, the 6'1 sophomore, for 2 shots. Triton leads 21-14, 14.4 seconds left in the half. Free throw on the way from Westifer. It's good. Triton leads by 8, 22-14. Checking in for Triton is Quentin Amston, and leaving the game is Tyler Heckman. Second free throw on the way from Westifer. Bounces around the rim, goes in. Triton leads by 9, 23-14, 12 seconds left in the half. Corson over Maxwell, left arc. Dyga top the key over Luke Burns, left arc. Driving to his left. Flutter on the way. Spins around, no good. Ball tipped out to Corson. Still loose. There's the buzzer. That's the end of the first half. Eagles trail 23-14. They've got a lot of work to do in the second half. It's going to take a big effort with the season on the line. Beginning of the second half here at Triton. Triton leads 23-14. Bryce Corson has been shut out in the first half. He had 18 points in the last game at ECA. Triton has absolutely shut Corson down to this point. But in warm-ups, he had that look in his eye, and he was very angry. So we'll see if Corson can turn it on in the second half for the Eagles. Attacking in the paint is Orson. Ball goes out of bounds off of Joe Dyga, and it stays with Triton. Inbound the ball for Triton is Hepler. Hepler over to Oviedo. Oviedo left top the key. Back to Hepler. His corner three is perfect. Triton leads by 12, 26-14. Those are the kinds of things the Eagles can't do if they want to get back into this game. They're down 12, 26-14. 7 minutes, 30 seconds left. Corson far arc. Corson cut off a screen from Burns. Corson. Ball goes off the head of Orson, back to Corson. Pass to Luke Burns, short corner, spinning. Layup blocked by Heckman. Eagles retain possession. Maxwell between the circles. Over Luke Burns, left arc. Burns, top of the key is Dyga. Dyga over to Maxwell. Maxwell far wing. Effective cross-court pass. John dribbling to his left. Maxwell, top of the key. Maxwell still dribbling with his right hand. Taking forever to set up the Eagles offense. Now to Corson, far wing. Corson pulls up for three. Too strong. Rebound goes out of bounds. Stays with the Eagles. Hepler tried to save the ball, but his foot stepped on the baseline, so it stays with ECA. Maxwell slaps the ball. Coming off the screen is Corson, doesn't get the ball. Far arc is Clark. Into the block is Dyga. His hook shot bounces around the rim and goes in. Eagles trail by 10, 26-16. 6 minutes, 30 seconds left in the second half. Hepler, double teamed. Oviedo. Back to Hepler. Over to Oviedo. Back to Hepler. Oviedo, a wing three, short. Offensive rebound, Heckman. His putback's good. Eagles trail by 12, 28-16. 6 minutes left in the third quarter. Maxwell, top of the key. Maxwell over to Daiga. Now Luke Burns, far corner. Back to Daiga. Daiga, far arc. Back to Corson. Into the block is Burns. Falls over, gets the ball to Clark, loses the ball, and Triton regains possession with Hepler bringing the ball up across the center line. Hepler, right at the top of the key, over to Oviedo. Oviedo near arc, top of the key is Heckman. Heckman over to Hepler. Hepler coming off the screen to his left, picks up a dribble. Backdoor cut is Orson. He is fouled on his putback, on his layup attempt. He goes to the free throw line for 2 shots and a chance to extend this lead to either 13 points or 14 points. The foul is on Luke Burns. That's his second. So at the free throw line is Ty Orson, the 6-foot senior. Orson's first free throw is good. Triton leads by 13, 29-16. Second free throw on the way is perfect. Triton leads by 14, 30-16. 5 minutes, 25 seconds left in the third quarter. Corson over to Maxwell. Maxwell far arc. Top of the key is Daiga over to Luke Burns. Coming off a screen from Daiga. Burns high post over to Corson. His wing three is too strong. He's been off tonight. Rebounded by Heckman. And now Hepler will bring the ball up on the left side of the court for the Trojans. Hepler guarded by Maxwell. Over to Orson. Orson over to Bulls. Bulls driving to his left. Right-handed lips, no good. A foul called on the floor. Going against Triton. We'll wait to see who the call is on. It is against Jared Bulls. That's his second foul of the game. Checking in for the first time tonight is Michael Cox, and exiting the game for the Eagles is Charlie Maxwell.
20, Michael Cox. And number 24, Desmond.
Corson brings the ball up for the Eagles across the Trojan at midcourt. Corson top of the key. Hand off to Michael Cox, dribbling to his left. Between the Eagles picks up his dribble over to Daiga. Daiga coming off a screen from Cox. Daiga attacking right to his right. Floater, no good. Foul on the floor against Triton. It is against Tyler Heckman. That's Heckman's third foul of the game. He'll leave. And being summoned off the bench is Keegan Westifer, the 6'1" sophomore. Westifer has 2 points and 2 rebounds on the night. Corson instant ball to Daigo. Wilkins left arc. Back to Corson, guarded very tightly by Bulls. Wilkins top the key. Over to Daiga, far corner. Dribbling to his left between his legs. Now attacking baseline, picks up a dribble. Cox top the key, hand off to Corson. Volleyball line three is short. That's an air ball. Ball nearly saved by Wilkins, but it goes out of bounds. And it's just been that kind of game for Corson and the Eagles. They trail by 14, 30-16. 4 minutes, 15 seconds left in the third quarter. Hepler over to Oviedo, top the key, guarded by Cox. Attacking to his right. Into the post is Westifer. His layup's good. It's a 16-point lead, 32-16. Triton leads with 3 minutes, 55 seconds left in the third. Corson into the paint is Cox. Out to Daigo, short corner. Spinning to his left. Layup no good. Rebound Michael Cox. His putback is short, but he's fouled. And he goes to the free throw line for 2 free throws, down 32-16.
Right down number 20, Oviedo.
Cox at the free throw line for 2 shots. His first free throw is perfect. Eagles trail by 15, 32-17. Checking out of the game is Bryce Corson and Joe Daiga. Checking in is Bryce Schrock and Noah Hunt. So the current 5 for the Eagles: Luke Burns, Bryce Schrock, Michael Cox, Noah Hunt, and Des Wilkins. Michael Cox's second free throw is too strong. Rebounded by Ty Orson, and he defers to Quentin Amsden. Yates crosses the midcourt stripe, guarded by Wilkins. Over to Orson, back to Yates. Yates, top of the keys, Orson. Attacking to his left against Cox. His layup is short. Rebounded by Michael Cox, and he defers to Bryce Schrock, and he'll bring the ball up across the center line for the Eagles. Schrock between the circles, dribbling to his right. Over to Noah Hunt. Noah Hunt, top of the keys, Luke Burns. Over to Wilkins. His wing three is on the way. It's perfect. Eagles trail by 12, 32-20. Timeout called by Coach Hibbert and the Eagles. They trail by 12, 3 minutes and 6 seconds left in the third quarter. Eagles trail by 12, 32-20 with 3 minutes and 6 seconds left in the third quarter. Bryce Corson has still not scored in this game, and he takes a seat on the bench for the Eagles. Eagles come out in a bit of a pressure, but then back it off. And Yates crosses the midcourt stripe. Ball goes out of bounds off the hands of Ty Orson. That's now 7 turnovers on the night for Triton. Checking in for Triton is Peter Hepler, and leaving the game is Tyson Yates, the 5'9" freshman. Bryce Schrock brings the ball up for the Eagles across the midcourt stripe. Over to Wilkins, left arc. Wilkins attacking to his right. Pull-up jumper from the elbow is spins around, no good. Rebounded by Keegan Westerford. He defers to Peter Hepler. Hepler guarded by Schrock, left to top of the key. Over to Orson. Orson over to Westerford. Westerford picks up his dribble at the top of the key, hand off to Hepler. Hepler over to Rickman. Rickman fouled on the floor. I believe that's going against Luke Burns. No. Waiting to see who the foul is on as Joe Dyga comes in and Michael Cox comes out. The foul is on Michael Cox. That's his first and the team's second. Inbounding the ball is trying. Ball goes straight through the hands of Keegan Westerford. Bit of a miscommunication by the Trojans. 8 turnovers on the night for Triton. Dyga falls down. No foul call. Ball goes out of bounds. Back-to-back sloppy turnovers for the Eagles. That's now back-to-back sloppy turnovers by both teams. Both teams now have 8 turnovers on the night. Crossing midcourt stripe is Hepler. Over to Amsden. Amsden, short corner, attacking baseline. Right-handed layup off the glass, too strong. Rebounded Luke Burns. Burns coming up on the left side, behind his back, in transition. Loses the ball. Fight for the ball. Back out to Luke Burns, top of the key, over to Wilkins. Left arc attacking to his right. Floater in the paint, no good, but he's fouled on his shot, and he goes to the free throw line for 2 shots and a chance to cut this deficit to 10. Des Wilkins has played very well tonight. He's got 8 points, which leads the Eagles. The foul is against Quentin Amsden. That's his first and the team's 4th of the half. First free throw is good from Des Wilkins. He now has 9 points on the night. Checking in for the Eagles is Charlie Maxwell, and leaving the game is Luke Burns. Current 5 for the Eagles: Charlie Maxwell, Des Wilkins, Joe Dyga, Bryce Schrock, and Noah Hunt. Checking in for Triton is Jared Buells, and leaving the game is Lucas Rickman, the 6'3" senior. 32-21 is lead for Triton. 1 minute and 49 seconds left in the third quarter. Second free throw from Wilkins is also good. Eagles trail by 10, 32-22. 1 minute 49 left. Eagles in a bit of a pressure. Hepler in the corner, guarded tightly by Schrock. Passes to Oviedo. Oviedo left side. Crosses the midcourt stripe. Oviedo hand off to Hepler. Hepler left to the top of the key. Hepler guarded by Schrock, dribbling to his right. And into the high post is Westerford. Westerford guarded by Hunt. Westerford in the paint. Out to Hepler. Hepler guarded by Dyga. Hepler. Ball poked away by Maxwell. Maxwell in transition. Right-handed layup is good. Eagles trail by 8. 32-24. 1 minute 15 seconds left in the third quarter. Eagles turning defense into offense as Bryce Schrock commits the foul against Beal Hepler. That's Bryce Schrock's second foul of the night and the team's third foul of the quarter. Coming back into the game is Luke Burns and Jackson Clark. Leaving the game is Bryce Schrock and Noah Hunt. Eagles have cut this deficit to 8, 32-24, showing some signs of life with 1 minute and 12 seconds left in the third quarter. Plenty of time for a comeback, and the Eagles have started that process here in this third quarter. Buells inbounds the ball to Orsund. Orsund hands it off to Hepler. Hepler crosses the midcourt stripe left side, picks up his dribble. Top of the key is Orsund. Orsund guarded by Dega, attacking to his right. Right-handed layup is good. Triton leads by 10, 34-24. Orsund just blew right past Dega. Max Wilkins, pull-up jumper from the corner, air ball. Rebounded by Triton. A foul going against Charlie Maxwell. That's his first foul of the game. Coach Hibbert is not happy with that. Shots looks from Des Wilkins. Gives him a very stern talking on the sideline. And the Eagles trail by 10, 34-24, 46 seconds left. The ball is inbound to Orson. Wide open in the paint as he is fouled by Jackson Clark. They had the long pass, full court pass to Orson, but he was fouled by Jackson Clark. That's his first. And the team's fifth. At the free throw line for 2 shots is Ty Orson, the 6-foot senior. Orson's first free throw is no good. Still 34-24. Checking back into the game for the Eagles is Bryce Corson, and leaving the game is Joe Daiga. Checking in for Triton is Tyson Yates, and leaving the game is Ashton Oviedo. Current 5 for the Eagles: Charlie Maxwell, Bryce Corson, Des Wilkins. As this second free throw is good from Orson. The other two of the 5 for the Eagles are Luke Burns and Jackson Clark. The Eagles are in their road black uniforms. It's the first time that I've seen them wear them this year. All black jersey and shorts, purple lettering outlined by white. Clark, near arc. Top the key is Maxwell. Into the high post is Burns. Ball deflected, but right to Bryce Corson. Driving baseline, fouled by Jared Buells. That's his third foul of the game for Jared Buells. He's done a very good job on Bryce Corson tonight. Corson still has not scored, with 26.2 seconds left in the game, as Buells will take a seat. And now Quentin Ampson will take his place, the 5'11 junior. Clark inbounds the ball to Maxwell, top of the key. Maxwell over to Burns on the wing. Burns attacking baseline. In the short corner, falls over. Traveling call against Luke Burns. That's 9 turnovers for the Eagles. They're down 11. 35-24, 18 seconds left in the third quarter. Ampson inbounds the ball to Caden Akins. Caden Akins checking in for the first time tonight. Yates, guarded by Clark, crosses the midcourt stripe. Heads it off to Ampson. Yates, right arc. Yates doesn't get the shot off in time. Buzzer sounds. That's the end of the third quarter. Eagles trail by 11, 35-24. Eagles got a lot of work to do. We'll see if they can get it done. Beginning of the fourth quarter here at Triton. The Eagles season is on life support right now. They're down 11, 35-24. They have not had a very efficient offense tonight. A lot of contested shots, not very smart shots. But they still trail by 11. 7:55 left in the game. Course in between the circles, over to Maxwell, right arc. Maxwell top the key is Daiga, over to Luke Burns, left arc. Rechecks the screen from Daiga. Corson in the corner. Back to Daiga. Pump fakes over to Maxwell. Maxwell attacking to his right. Jump stops in the lane. Blocked by Heckerman. And now Oviedo will pass the ball. And he will bring the ball up for the Trojans. Headed off to Hepler. Hepler right at the top of the key, guarded by Maxwell. Hepler over to Oviedo. Oviedo near wing. Hands it off to Hepler. Hepler to wing to his left. Now between the circles. Hepler over to Oviedo. Oviedo guarded by Clark. To wing to his left. Back to Hepler. Hepler into the post. Luke Burns falls over. Ball goes out of bounds off of the Eagles. And it stays with the Trojans. Trojans lead 35-24. 7 minutes, 2 seconds left in the ball game and the Eagles season. Top the keys, Orson, handoff to Buell. Wide open is Hepler in the corner. His three's too strong. Rebound chased down by Bryce Carson. He brings the ball up for the Eagles across the midcourt stripe. Corson behind his back over to Daiga. Daiga back to Corson. Corson attacking to his right. Pull-up shipper from the elbow short. He still hasn't scored. Offensive rebound, Charlie Maxwell loses the ball, but right to Corson. He shoots a straightaway three. No good. Rebounded by Jared Buell. It's just been a brutal night for Bryce Corson. And I'm not sure he's going to want to talk about it after the game. Oviedo, guarded by Clark, right arc. Top the keys, Orson. Orson over to Buell. Buell, top the keys, Hepler. Hepler, attacking to his left. Back out to Buell. Oviedo, right arc, guarded by Clark. Attacking to his left, back out to Hepler. Hepler, right arc. Now in the paint. Kicks out to Orson. His three's on the way, and it's perfect. Triton leads by 14, 38-24. And it's looking like the Eagles season is not going to end the way they wanted it to. They're down 14, 38-24. High post is Daiga. Coming off his screen from Burns, kicks out to Corson, far corner, into the block is Daiga. His hook shot spins around, no good. It's just been that kind of night. Eagles have not had very good luck on their shots going in. Left side is Hepler. Ball poked by Charlie Maxwell, but he commits the foul. That's Maxwell's second foul of the game, team's sixth. Checking back into the game for the Eagles is Des Wilkins and Bryce Strock. Leaving the game is Jackson Clark and Charlie Maxwell. Eagles are down 14, 38-24. Full timeout called by Coach Schubert and the Eagles. They're down by 14, 38-24. 5 minutes and 20 seconds remain in the ball game. Eagles trail by 14. It's not looking good. Bryce Corson has been off tonight. He still has not scored. And I know that he is not going to be happy with his performance tonight. Wide open in the corners, Oviedo. His three is perfect. Oviedo splashes home the trifecta. Triton leads by 17, 41-24. 5 minutes, 10 seconds left in the game. Top of the key is Burns. Burns dribbling to his left. Still setting up the offense. Attacking to his left. Loses the ball. Foul. Call against Triton. The foul is against Beal Hepler.
Foul number 14, Hepler.
41-24 is the score. Eagles trail by 17. Bit of a wet spot on the floor. It gets wiped up. It's still getting wiped up. And we're finally ready to resume play. Schrock in on the ball to Corson, back to Schrock. Schrock in the near corner, and the block is Daiga. His hook shot short. Gets his own rebound, puts it back up and in. Eagles trail 41-26. 4 minutes, 50 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Oviedo back to Hepler, crosses the midcourt stripe. In the corner is Buell. Wide open is Oviedo on the wing. Back to Buell. His three is perfect. Triton just cannot miss right now. They lead by 18, 44-26. Wilkins attacking to his right. Joe Daiga short corner layup blocked out of bounds by Ty Orson. Ball goes out of bounds and it stays with the Eagles. That is a yikes moment for Joe Daiga. In his final game as an Eagle, Joe Daiga has 6 points and 3 rebounds. Corson ins ball to Daiga, now to Wilkins. Wilkins right arc. Corson in the paint. His jump shot's too strong. still hasn't scored. Eagles trail by 18, 44 to 26. Westifer in the corner. Cross court pass to Oviedo. His three is no good. Off the front iron. Foul going against Triton, and Keegan Westifer is the one called for the foul. That's his first. Team's 7th foul of the game. So at the free throw line for 1-1 is Bryce Schrock, the sophomore guard who also plays on JV. First free throw from Bryce Schrock is good. Eagles trail by 17, 44 to 27. Coming into the game for the Eagles is Charlie Maxwell. Leaving the game is Bryce Schrock. Leaving the game is Bryce Corson. Corson still hasn't scored. Second free throw is good from Bryce Schrock. Eagles trail by 16, 44 to 28. 3 minutes and 54 seconds left in the game. Oviedo right arc. Over to Hepler. Hepler over to Oviedo. Back to Hepler. Hepler dribbling to his left. Eagles in a 1-3-1. In the corner is Westifer. Cross court pass to Hepler. Hepler. In the corner is Buell. Back to Hepler. Hepler right side. Back to Oviedo. Back to Hepler right side. 3 minutes, 20 seconds left in the game. Foul committed by the Eagles. It's against Bryce Schrock.
Elkhart foul number 12, Schrock.
Eagles trail by 16, 44 to 28. At the free throw line for the Trojans is Buell Hepler. Hepler has 13 points on the night, 2 rebounds and 4 assists, but he misses the free throw. Here comes Wilkins. Maxwell in the near corner, spins back out to Wilkins. Over to Daiga, right arc. Daiga coming off a screen from Cox. Back to Cox, right arc. Not on Maxwell. Maxwell Jimmy to his left now. Back spins in the paint. His jump shot's too strong. Rebounded by Jared Buells. Picks up his dribble over to Westifer. Back to Buells, left side of the court. Buells over to Oviedo. High post is Orson. Orson misses the layup. He had an easy layup spit right through the Eagles defense, but he can't convert the layup. Maxwell, far arc. Maxwell picks up his dribble into the block. It's Joe Daiga. Ball goes out of bounds. Daiga tried to save it, but it went right off the leg of Michael Cox, out of bounds. Ball goes to Triton. Timeout called by Coach Hibbard. Eagles trail by 16. 2 minutes and 28 seconds remain in the Eagles season, bearing an unforeseen comeback. 44 to 28 is the score. 2 minutes, 20 seconds left in the game. Oviedo over to Hepler, left side. Double teamed by Schrock and Cox. Back to Oviedo. Cross court pass to Buells. Over to Hepler, over to Oviedo. In the corner is Westifer. Westifer over to Hepler. Trojans in kill clock mode. In the corner is Buells. Turns it over. Here comes Maxwell. He loses the ball. Buells in the wing. Passes inside to Westifer. Spins against Wilkins. Loses the ball out to Buells. He is fouled by the Eagles. Eagles trail by 16. 44 to 28.
Elkhart foul number 12, Schrock.
The foul is on Bryce Schrock. That's his 4th foul of the game. And the team's 8th. First free throw is good from Jared Buells, the 5'11 junior.
Substitution for the
Eagles trail by 17 as Noah Hunt comes in. And Charlie Maxwell will leave the game. Second free throw too strong. Rebounded by Joe Daiga. Foul called against Buell Hepler. Or Jared Buells, excuse me.
Triton foul number 12, Buells.
That's his 4th foul of the game. And the team's 8th. Daiga at the free throw line for a 1-and-1. First free throw on the way from Joe Daiga. Bounces off the front line but goes in. Eagles trail by 16, a minute and 50. Joe Daiga converts the front end of a 1-and-1. Joe Daiga shoots the ball and his second free throw is perfect. Eagles trail by 15, 45-30. A minute 50 seconds left. Hepler crossing the midcourt stripe. Left side guarded by Bryce Schott. Attacking to his left now in the corner over to Westifer. Ball deflected. Here comes Joe Daiga. Ball goes off his foot. Right to Ashton Oviedo. That's a turnover. And that is a summary of tonight's game for the Eagles. They've got a turnover, ball goes off the foot of Daiga, and they turn it right back over. Top of the key is Orson. Orson over to Buells. Buells picks up a dribble on the far arc over to Hepler. Guarded by Schrock, a minute 12 left in the game. Hepler up the key, fouled by Schrock. That's his fifth. At the free throw line for a 1-and-1 is Bill Hepler. Checking in for the first time is Jacob Becker. Becker plays on JV, but he's getting some minutes. Down 15 with a minute 8 left in the game. Bryce Schrock takes the seat. First free throw is good. The front of a 1-and-1. Hepler makes the free throw. Triton leads by 16, 46-30. Platoon swap. The starters come out except for Bill Hepler for the final 1 minute and 8 seconds of this game. Well, Triton will take on South Central here at Triton Friday night at 8 o'clock. The winner of that game will play the winner of Argus and Oregon Davis. ECA beat Oregon Davis by 50 earlier in the year, and so it will likely be Triton and Argus for the sectional championship on Saturday, but we'll see what happens. The three's no good from Wilkins. Grabs his own rebound, loses the ball, gets it back, into Daiga, ball deflected. Ball controlled by Clinton Amston. Passes it to Chase Butler. Crowd erupts. Chase Butler scores his first points of the night. Triton leads by 19, 49-30. Cox over to Wilkins. Wilkins picks up his dribble. And the block turns it over. Here comes Amston. 27 seconds left in the game. Well, wide open three. No good. Here comes Daiga in transition. Blocking foul. Going against Quentin Amston. 15.5 seconds left in this ball game, and 15.5 seconds left in Joe Daiga's career, and also for the Eagles season. Free throw on the way from Daiga. No good. They call another lane violation. I believe they called a lane violation against Caden Akins, the 5'9" senior. And so Daiga will get rewarded another free throw. Not that it really matters at this point. Eagles are down 19, 49-30. 15.5 seconds left in the game. Daiga makes the free throw after the lane violation. 49-31 will be the final score here at Triton. Eagles season comes to an end. Triton will take on South Central Friday night at 8 o'clock. Winner goes to the sectional championship game. Buzzer sounds. That's the ball game. That's the end to the Eagles season. Final score 49-31. Leading scorers for Triton: Jared Buells had 10. Bill Hepler had 15. Ashton Oviedo had 8. For the Eagles, Des Wilkins had 10. Joe Daiga had 9. Well, that's the final score, 49-31. Glad you could join me this season for the Eagles games. I'm Nathan Ganger. This is Eagles basketball on 88.1 WVPE HD3.